and it scared them, so they got a panic attack because of it.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh
And
no.
I'm kind of upset because I'm like, that song was cool. It was like one of the few songs we played where I wasn't just playing off notes, off beats every single time. It's fucking off beats.
Just play a better instrument.
Fuck you.
Sincerely, trumpet.
French horn is cool. Okay, how the fuck is there a trumpet player that I know IRL that he fell asleep in band class in the middle of the trumpets, right in front of the bass drum of percussion? How do you fall asleep in band?
I think I know exactly who you're talking about.
He's crashing out.
How do you fall asleep in band class in the trumpet section, sitting in front of percussion?
I think I know exactly who the fuck you're talking about.
This motherfucker got like every single week there was a weekly award that the teachers could give out to students. He got one for not falling asleep in a class for a week straight.
Oh my god.
You probably know.
I know exactly who you're talking about
Yeah,
now.
it's Tanner.
Oh
It's
my
fucking
god.
Tanner.
Tanner?
Yeah. Yeah, it was Tanner. This motherfucker.
Me swiftly exiting the scene after starting a crash out.
Oh my god. But no, I will fucking everybody. Why hate the French horn? We didn't do anything. We didn't
That's
do
the
anything.
You existed!
Why?
Because you did nothing.
We didn't do anything, and we are the instrument that is used to give the heroic backing, to give that intense emotional moment. Fuck you, trumpet. All you are is loud. Fuck you.
All you
You're
are
loud,
is
annoying, and
damn.
obnoxious, just like everybody who plays you. French.
Yo.
Now it's getting personal.
It's personal now.
Holy shit. Loud and obnoxious.
Feel better after you got
just
that out of
like
your
the
system?
people who
Yes.
played them. Holy shit.
Gonna kill you in D&D now.
Oh, boy.
All right, you guys are swarmed by 2,000 Wendigo.
What did my character
Oh my
do?
god.
They were in the way.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Loud and obnoxious.
That's-
just
that-
like the people who play.
That crash out is fucking up there. There's another one.
Good thing
After
I
the
switched to
fighting game
switch
tournament I
the
went
stream.
to, there's a guy who crashed the fuck out in the Discord. Hold on, I need to find it. I need to find it.
Cool.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Let me pause my music. I want everyone that put me in the pool of agony and despair to suffer forever with no relief ever. Actually unwinnable pool. What happened to you? Best soul NA, top intermediate Anji, intermediate Azuka, bum ass, loser ass, funky ass Nago player. Shit had me tweaking, bro. I was so upset I actually mentally checked out. I just walked down the road for a few hours. Went back when I couldn't feel my arms anymore. Probably have permanent muscle damage or something, bro. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Crashed the
Bro, just crashing the fuck out. Okay.
Oh my lord. Oh my god.
Fucking funny.
Love you, beer.
Up in the health.
I can feel the
now,
title
up in
boyfriend one slowly slipping.
You're real fucking close to demotion there, buddy.
Oh, keep slipping. Keep on slipping, please.
Ugh. Oh man. So, beer. I'm gonna vaguely read back to a message that you sent me. If it ain't Australian, would it gain the Australian dialect? That is all.
What?
Yeah,
Oh my
nothing.
God.
You're the only one who doesn't know, so you're being left out of the loop.
Don't worry about it.
You'll learn soon enough. Maybe by the end of this session, depending on
All will be revealed in due time.
Okay.
That's one of my
Oh.
favorite things to hit people with.
So, are we all ready for Dungeons and the Dragons?
Nah, I gotta
Hold
piss.
on.
No. Yeah.
My
Okay,
God.
Beautiful.
Oh my God. I wasn't sure if he was joking, but yes, he wasn't joking.
Yeah.
Lava
Lava
lamp.
lamp.
We have two.
I forgot how to
With
piss.
two of them.
Forbidden goop.
Forbidden
You
Trent,
mean
where the
forbidden
fuck did
goop
you
is just
piss in
black.
your hallway?
No, I forgot how to piss.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so your pants. I see.
Oh,
No,
Do you need me
I
to hold
didn't
it for you?
piss. I just forgot.
I can hold it for you.
What?
Bro, I'm already holding it myself.
What the heck?
Man, I could really use something warm to
The
drink.
implications
Man, I really
of
gotta
that.
piss. No, wait.
Oh my God.
You're crashing the fuck out.
Anyway,
Not the Dave and Buster's car.
Where's my wallet?
You try to find those pesos.
oh yeah, Respi, you were there. No, you were there for. I remember you saying there for the fucking. No, David told me. Respi wasn't there.
Round
Um,
one.
So Respi, during Jerem's campaign, at some point I had said some joke, and I look at Trent, and I just see what looks like him Mew, and I lose my shit. Like I say some
It was
joke,
so funny.
I say some joke, and I just see him go, and I just immediately fucking die for the next 3
Stop!
minutes.
Don't do that again.
You try to tug at Gorthadak, and he just hits you with a.
Of course, the deck probably would do
I can't find my wallet, but I have Lethal League Blaze professional trading cards.
Nice.
It's in your wallet.
No, I have all of them sleeved. because they're
I'd have to
holographic.
go down. I have to go downstairs to get my wallet.
God.
I don't want to do
Okay.
that.
I do have a Slowpoke card though over top of my ID.
Nice.
Anyway, before we get too off track,
Right, I gotta
my fucking god, I will wrangle your dick into a goddamn knot.
Holy dick payload is a wobble to it, bro. Can you
Anyway, God,
That's you.
Anyway.
I know. Anyway, last time on Dungeons and Dragons, one of you turned into a squirrel, and then you made your way into the nearby village. Getting all the important stuff. Dragon, squirrel. Anyway, making your way through, eventually you found yourself in the village before Kiranor. Went to the bakery by the gate, run by Sally Sweet, got yourself some delicious sweets, and went to Mount Kiranor. Into which it was a 6-day travel. You went into the mountain, and Kenshi, by name, was called to the Great Forge, a massive forge area with a column of lava leading to the ceiling where streams of lava were flowing down into other forges, and everybody was hammering right and beat. After a fight with Kiranor, him stating, think outside of the box, and then throwing hands and crushing Maeve into the ground a little bit, Maeve then retaliates by taking off their jean jacket, wrapping it around their head, and using the hula hoop to hold it down.
That was pretty fabulous.
I'm still proud of that.
You should be.
Afterwards, Kiranor was happy with what you guys did and gave Kenshi the chance to get a new sword, in which he went to the forge, and Kenshi got to watch as, with Brenham in the background playing with music along, Kenshi watched as his new sword, the Oathmaker, was forged and is now at his disposal. In which Kirinor sent you straight to Vaxol. You spent
Fucking Gorthadak.
You spent the night in Vaxol to get yourself some rest after fighting, and made your way into the Cursed Forest. And as you made your way into the Cursed Forest, a blue fuzz made its way in front of you, into which Gorthadak said, "Oh, right, by the way, if you just need to go, I forgot to say, just say at the Magic Wagon, just say my name, you'll get to go straight there." And then you hear a voice in the woods and a white-furred tabaxi come in front, in which there is a heated discussion and conversation, and anger thrown back and forth, until Brenham, you bump Maeve, and Maeve, you snap out, realizing that was kind of all in your head. You just assuming how everything was gonna go, what you thought was gonna happen. You're like, shit, should I tone it back a little bit?
Probably should.
And we come now to this being just now stepping out in front of the party. Timey-wimey, wacky fucky.
Whoa! It was all a dream.
But just now, nothing except the quick word and them coming out. What do you all do and or say? What do you say or do, Respy or Whitey?
Whitey.
Now, isn't this a welcome sight, fellow travelers? Still breathing and not immediately pointing weapons at me, I hope.
Kenshi's gonna have like one of his hands like on his on the fucking sheath of his sword, kind of looking like, who are you?
Who am I? I am a shadow. I am a secret to Captain Shadows, whom whispered in taverns. A name worth remembering, maybe. Or more simply a traveler, much like yourselves. Or perhaps something more interesting. Depends how welcome you intend to be.
That's
So-
helpful and not ominous at all.
You don't have a name.
Not one to call my own, no.
What have you been called before then?
I've been called many names on the roads through my travels. One that has stuck most prominently and has been called most often is the Whisper of the River Reeds.
That is
That's
way too much for one
That's a
single name.
mouthful, yeah.
Then what could we call you?
What? I equally respond to a troublemaker, or what have you done this time?
First one, we're not calling you that. The second one, still way too many syllables.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
I mean, that first one you said ended with Reed, so I'd be happy to call you Reed if you like that.
If that is what you wish, then you may call me Reed.
That's less syllables. That's one syllable. We can do that.
That works. But what brings you out here?
I kind of just stare. What are you again? Your
Eric Croker.
Eric Crook. So I stare at the Eric Crook and I'm like, with a blank expression. I'm like, it's clear I can't really answer that question. I do not know where I am.
Do you need
Is it-
directions back to the village, or?
I am not welcome in many villages.
Oh, why
Question.
is that?
Is it as if you just woke up here?
I suppose you could say that. The I kind of look confused, puzzled a little bit. The memory I have is I can't see. Like you can see, you can't really find the words for it. Like I believe my last memory is I was asleep in the tavern. And then I woke up in this forest on the ground.
Kenshi Kenshi leans in and like whispers to Maeve, like, do you think this one is a lost soul from this village, or do you think they, just arrived? Yeah.
I'm gonna be real, I've got no clue.
Where were you before you came here? Before you woke up?
Do not remember. My memories seem fuzzy. Memories of a fickle thing, is it not?
Understood. Well,
Hmm.
unfortunately, you found the wrong group of people to find help going back to the village. Although we just came from there, he looks around. He's like, I'm not
You
sure.
look
even this-
around, and it's not until now, like looking at the scenery, like walking partway into the forest, feeling that pull of unmistakable this direction. Something undescribable is pulling in a specific direction whence you came. And describing like looking around at these stark white trees, the weird plants, specifically you, because of your keen mind, Kenshi, you're realizing now the walk that felt like maybe 10 minutes was maybe about 2 hours.
Hmm.
And you realize this now that you're like the village, which is... Wait a minute.
Huh. Forgive me. I was going to show you the way to the village, but well, it's quite embarrassing. I'm not sure where it is.
You mean we're lost?
You do not know how you got here either.
Well, we walked in here through the village, but something doesn't seem right. How he turns to the rest of the party. How long have we been traveling in this forest?
You guys think it's only been a couple minutes? It hasn't been that long.
Yeah, we've only been walking for just a little bit.
Yeah, like less than 30
It's been
maybe?
short.
I want to say like 15 minutes tops.
It seems we are much farther in this forest than such a short length of time would take us to.
That would be quite a predicament, would it not?
Indeed. Well, I suppose if everyone else is in agreement, we would be willing to allow you to follow us around, and hopefully we can find you the way back to the village, but we are on a mission.
Before we get too acquainted, do you have a strong sense of self-preservation?
That's a very ominous question to ask.
I would say yeah.
Why do you ask
Why?
that?
I'm just making sure. I am traveling with a group of people who are not immediately willing to throw away their lives.
Well, unlife, but yeah.
Okay.
By the way,
I'd
you know you're
prefer
dead,
not to
right?
die.
Oh, buddy.
Oh,
Oh,
Well,
that,
it's time
Yeah.
to have the afterlife talk.
that would answer the question from earlier.
Yeah, you're dead. Welcome to the afterlife. Yay! He died. He died. He died. I'm technically not dead. I'm here on vacation.
Well,
Yeah, don't think
that
about that too much.
explains a lot. I
Yeah.
thought I was having an off day.
No. Yeah, welcome to the afterlife. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, but you're like the third person I've told.
I always told
yeah, this
my
happens more often than you
peers-
think.
I always told my peers I would go out in style.
Well, did
Shame
you?
I cannot remember it.
Damn. Well, welcome to the group. Hi, my name is Maeve of the Eldest Fate.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I would shake your hand, but if I were to be honest, you would want to count your rings afterwards.
I'm broke.
I instinctively reach out.
Maeve, don't
My
you
right
have
hand.
like
Oh,
a lot of? a lot
I
of-
grab the back of your right hand and shake it.
like through the fur, you can
Like-
see
like-
my face just getting red and like, what have I done?
It happens a lot more often than you'd think. Well, I'd say can she lead the way, but apparently you've gotten lost. Kent, do you want to lead the way?
It's Knox, but yeah, wait,
My
wait,
apologies.
lead the way.
Well, if we don't know where we're going, one of us can just start walking.
Yeah, we can. Let's go, I guess. Knox starts walking.
I follow Knox.
Let's do it.
You all
You.
continue your confusing trek. It sure is one of the treks of all time. And- I can hear Brody Quest happening, and it's like fucking PNGs of us going through the fucking. Today's episode of I Derailed the fucking session. Make your way through, and again, what feels like short walks with, as though unfamiliar this
Dorian.
land. The
You should be asleep, bud.
large look like oaks,
But happy to have you.
birch. They seem like familiar trees, but they are starch white. Their leaves are same pale white color, and the flowers bloom in reverse. The grass blows, but instead of it blowing in the wind, it's almost like a few blades will blow in one direction and the other in the other direction, as if the very wind is confused. And what feels like maybe only 10 minutes, another 20 minutes of walking, Kenshi, you're now trying to focus more on like thinking. And you're every like 5 minutes you think again, you're like, no, that was another hour. That was another hour. You walk for 20 minutes, 4 hours in. Another 20 minutes, another 4 hours. And it's not until Kenshi says something that you all realize that it's an hour after sundown. The sun has set, and it is now dark.
I kind of break the monotony of adventuring, like walking for hours. These lands are unusual. It feels as if I step in the wrong spot, I could turn into a toad. Or worse, responsible adult.
I mean, I can turn you into a toad if you want.
Please do not.
Okay. Too bad.
Do you?
No.
Could I check to
Shabidi.
see if like there's like if I can sense like any magic like at play around here, or like if there's like some sort of like I don't know,
Just, like,
something
some sort of-
happening.
Yeah, go
Something
ahead and
magic related.
make just a general Arcana check.
Okay, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. There is definitely something magical about the air. You're not sure if it's the low-hanging mist. You're not sure if it's what's causing the strangeness of everything with the plant life. And now that you're farther in, the trees and plants look weirder. Trees no longer have grown straight up, they curve. Flowers have their petals in the middle of the stem, but the stem goes past. Grass
Are there purple
has
pumpkins?
no, there is no color except the starch white and grays. There are roots of grass above the ground, and you like pull and find blades of grass underground. Everything is weird, as if the land is confused. The land doesn't know what's going on. The plants and living things don't know are starting to forget how to be themselves.
This stuff might. I don't know what's going on, but it seems as if there might be some sort of like magic about it here. I'm not sure what exactly, but I can sense something.
Let me try something. Kenshi is going to take off and try to fly like straight up, like above the canopy top of the forest. See if he can
Thanks for
spot
popping by,
like
Dorian.
the
Have a good
village they came
night.
from or anything else.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Per Skeppy.
Her skeppers.
That's a 13. Fuck my life.
13.
13 ain't bad.
You go straight up
Not bad.
For plus 6.
and
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
At least almost double.
I see.
you go straight up, and it's weird because you know that you've been traveling for a while, but through the canopy, the very thick canopy, that is thicker in some patches and not in others, you see like a gray mountain. You don't see the village. And what's weird is, at one point, you swear you see a tree that looked like it was fallen down, maybe only 300, 400 feet away, climb back up and reroot itself. And a boulder fall down a hill and then just stop. And not move. Something is weird. Very obviously. Something is not right. And you're starting to get a little concerned, especially because you're not sure you're not sure how many turns you took. You're not sure if you know the direction back to Vaxol. You can guess. You can try and go in the opposite direction of the pull, but you're not sure if that would get you anywhere.
And she's going to land back down in I'm afraid from what I saw above the canopy, it appears we had been mostly, walking in circles. Almost.
What?
Come to think of it, does anyone else feel a draw in a specific direction?
Do we also feel that, Jacob?
Yeah, all
Okay.
of you feel. It was
Alright.
only a little bit into the forest you started to feel just a tug on your consciousness, your body, your feelings. Something in your mind told you that this direction was a good direction to go.
I like
Oh,
this direction.
finally, somebody said out loud, that way, right? And I point to that direction. Everybody else is feeling that way, right?
Do I
Have you
feel
Uh,
the same direction he points?
Yes, you're all feeling same direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mildly
I've been feeling that.
concerning.
I fear that this curse, whoever or whatever put it in this forest, is drawing us to it. It feels.
Does that mean we should try going the opposite of where it's drawing us, or?
We can try. Does anyone have a means to mark the tree or mark the ground as we travel?
It is an
Let's see
hour
what-
after nightfall.
Let's see what random bullshit I have.
What do I have?
It is. You are realizing, what started all this was you realizing, like, oh, it's an hour past night. Like, it is currently nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have some of these pencils that I have with that I use for my notebook, but otherwise.
We could try that, though. He looks up, like really noticing the dark sky.
As much as I enjoy the thrill of exhaustion, perhaps we find a place where the ground isn't actively trying to kill us.
Where do you
I think
suppose
the new guy
we
has a
would,
point, honestly.
Where do you suppose we bed down for the night?
Is there like any clearing between like any trees or anything? Like anything noticeable that would be like
the
enough like room for
mountain-
us to.
The mountain that Kenshi had seen was maybe only 100 feet away, where he saw the boulder, and it's not like a huge mountain, especially nothing compared to Kirinor, but it's a decent size. Like, it's maybe 200 feet high total, about 100 feet away, and you assume that having something solid to your backs might give you a little bit better sleep.
Perhaps the base of the mountain that I saw. That would allow us a solid wall behind us where we can monitor the forest.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. At
Sounds
least
good to me.
All right.
start tricking our way that way.
Yeah, Kenshi will lead because he
You
doesn't know
lead, and you do eventually make it right up against the wall of this mountain. And if you so choose, you guys can bed down for the night. I'm assuming you guys would want to take watches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, with that, of the 3 watches, who's taking the first watch?
Say Kenshi will.
Kenshi. All right,
Yeah.
give me a perception check.
I'm just
More
waiting for you to get dragged into the fucking whisper chat against your will.
19. I might.
19.
Hey.
Throughout your watch, you just hear distance in the woods running. 2 feet, 4 feet, 3 feet. Different creatures in groups, solo, running by. Random intervals, 10 minutes. Then in 30 minutes, then in an hour and a half, and then in 5 minutes. Randomly, there will just be another creature running through. And nearing the end of your watch, you hear a creature run kind of close on the original path you were taking and stop, and then continue past. And with that, your watch is brought to an end.
Hmm.
Who's taking the next watch?
I'll wake up Maeve.
Maeve. You have second watch.
What? Watch?
Yes, it's your time to watch.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
keep an eye and ear out for some form of creature. I heard them stalking around the forest not too far from us.
Not ominous at all.
That's incredibly ominous.
I know. I could not see them. Could only hear them. But
Okay.
Kenshi. We go see.
All right. Maeve. Perskepi.
Perseus.
Persepolis.
Perceptus.
Question, DM dearest.
Answer. Boyfriend number 1.
Um,
Boyfriend number 1. Rank may change.
Tentatively, the jury is still
Rank
out.
pending.
Rank pending.
I hope I don't drop 15 elo just for a loss, bro. It takes like 8 games to get 3. I know when the fuck did I get this one? Sorry. It is a D20 I've never seen before in my life.
What the fuck?
If you roll it,
How's
you
that
get
even
put
possible?
into the D&D game.
What?
It's the isekai dice.
Isekai dice.
Isekai dice roll well.
What was your question?
I was gonna say, so when I definitely totally was not absolutely I was spying on Kent.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to through deep meditation push my psyche outwards to basically contact other minds.
Yeah.
Could I do that to monitor for beasts and the such?
Sure.
Yes. My bad. Yes.
What was your perception check? Because that will affect how well that
Yeah.
it goes.
25.
25.
Nice.
Damn.
You focus more on the space through your mind and not your eyes, trusting the very psychic energy that you are inherently created with. And you get flakes of mental activity in your friends, and newest ally is sleeping. Flakes of mental activity, but nothing too in the way of your trained mental state. And you think out and listen out, and you hear the same random intervals, different amounts, but you can hear. It's not that you hear words, you hear the feelings. The psychic energy that you are listening with transports immediately the feelings of the creatures that you contact as they run. And it's confusion, wrath, hate, hunger, deep, deep hunger. And at one point, you hear a large group. You hear 4 or 5 stop. You get a sense of confusion. Then one of them thinks the word orange. And you open your eyes for just a moment and look. And in the darkness, barely visible by the moonlight, 100 feet out, 120 feet out, 4 Wendigo, staring, looking at you, not moving, just looking. And after about a minute, 2 minutes, 3 very, very tense minutes, they continue on their way.
All right. All right.
I don't
don't
like
have an
this
issue with
energy.
They don't have an issue with me. I don't have an issue with them.
And with that, the random runnings, different size groups, your watch comes to a close. Who do you wake for the final watch?
I'll wake up random.
Yay.
I like tap you on the shoulder.
Yeah. What?
It's watch time, buddy.
Okay.
Do you want the ominous or the visceral warning? I'll give you a choice.
I really just want to say ominous, but go ahead and give me the visceral.
There are a lot of animals that are very scared and moving away from where we're going. Also, I spotted 4 Wendigo and had a staring match with them. Have a good one.
Oh,
Have a nice watch.
Oh my god!
thanks. Kind of
Wow.
kick some dirt on you, just thanks. Okay. I guess I'll take watch.
All right, give me a perception check. 20. You sit there pretty freaked out from what the fuck you were just told about what's to come in your watch. And for the first half, you don't hear anything. The forest is silent. There is no movement. Nothing. You don't even hear the wind. It's so quiet you feel you can hear your eyeballs move in your head frantically, looking for something. Something runs by. Something else 100 feet out. Then faintly from the side. Building up. A Wendigo, right 5 inches from your face, runs right by and disappears into the wood.
I'm not dead a second time. Okay.
With the heartbeat? Yep, okay. Not that a second time. Okay. Okay.
And with that,
Die and just wake up in the exact same place.
you finish your watch, and it comes to an end. I would like everybody to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Huh? Oh
I would
boy.
like everybody to roll a wisdom saving throw.
All right,
I'm
well,
not
and-
good at these, and you know that.
Just roll a wisdom save.
Let's go.
22, baby.
I
18.
I'm gonna luck that. 'cause I feel like I
17.
need it. I feel like it's deserved.
Why does that happen every time?
Let me see. Let me see. It's better.
1 point better. Yippee.
All right. Maeve and
Yeah,
Nox.
I got
what-
18.
18. And Nox, what'd you get?
I got 17.
17. All right. I would like Brenham and Reed to roll a d4 for me.
oh boy.
You guys
Oh
are so far
my.
away.
Okay.
Hi.
You all finish a long rest.
Yay!
Cue the Five Nights at Freddy's 6 a.m.
You all wake up, long night's rest, but you get this sense of like over rest, like you're tired. But it's like you slept in way too long. You're really tired. But not enough for exhaustion, just like uncomfortable, annoyed, a little grumpy. But the day is there.
Who?
Everybody.
Oh, okay. Sorry, everybody cut out for me for like
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Yeah,
I
no,
was like, huh?
everybody feels just groggy,
Oh, my whole Wi-Fi cut out.
annoyed. You slept too long. You should have got out of bed 3 hours ago. What's going on?
Ooh.
I'll also say instead of Nox waking up, it is Kent now.
Oh, great. I almost died in the middle of the night, and now I have to deal with this. Great.
Wow. Me.
Me, wrong arm.
I know exactly which arm I'm using. This isn't Maeve reacting. This is me viscerally reacting.
But you will all wake up rested. A little unwell rested, but rested.
Do we get the effects of a long rest?
You do get the effects of a long
Okay.
rest.
You
You
what
also
time
notice-
is it?
It's day, the sun, looking up at the sky. It's maybe 7 or 8. Relatively early. You also notice that the air is noticeably colder. Everything feels a little bit colder.
For how early it is, I feel like I didn't have the rest I should have had.
It is the same for me.
Did you have watch?
Did anything happen last night?
I only heard creatures of some sort running through the forest, but I saw nothing. What about you two? What happened on your watch?
At one point, one of them was right. A Wendigo thingy was like right here, and then it went that way. And I definitely wasn't sleeping after that. So,
And you guys can see, like, half a hoof, just a dent of where a bone might have pressed in, like, almost as if it is a galloping pattern, like kind of nearby where you guys had camped.
Yeah, there.
Oh,
It was spooky.
but
Yeah.
it did nothing.
I had a staring
No.
contest with someone to go to.
Yeah, you got the lucky one. You got the lucky time.
I don't know. I heard them mentally acknowledge me as quote orange, and that sometimes shiver through my core. I'd say spine, but anyways,
I mean,
had
at
a
least you
staring
got
con-
knowledge. I felt like I was about to get ran over.
I warned you sufficiently.
You. Never mind. Thank you for your warning. What's next then?
Just be thankful nothing decided to attack. You must count every blessing you have.
I'm counting them. I can count them on one hand.
That is good. But I suppose we need to find another way to whatever it is we need to find in these woods. Aside from spending another day walking in circles.
So a day of pretending like we know what we are doing.
Well,
That's daily for me.
if you put it that way,
We still
there's
remember
still-
that, like, we still remember why we came to these woods, right?
Yeah, do you remember why
Yeah.
you came to the
Okay, good.
woods? You're here to find the missing people. You still
Okay.
remember everything about you.
Okay.
Okay.
You still feel somewhere in your being the feeling that when you look a certain direction, that just feels like a good way to go.
So what's the plan? Are we going the opposite direction of the weird feeling that we're all having simultaneously? Or towards it? Or left or right of it? But
Oh, sure. Let's just move towards the unknown forest. Good idea. No possible downsides.
Can I give
Considering
my...
the-
a little
considering the last time, we simply wandered based off of what we thought was instinct. We ended up walking seemingly in circles. I feel like we have to try some other direction. Would that be the opposite? Or no, go ahead.
I'm going to take out a one of my 4 rocks, and I'm going to just put a slash into like an X into the bark of the nearest tree.
All right, you know the nearby tree. And
At
there's
least
no
we'll
mark.
know if we're going in circles.
Very good plan. Right. Let me try looking around one last time, considering it is now day. I'll fly straight up and survey again.
Go ahead and make another perception check. I will also say, it is actually Brenham and Reed that, even though it is subtle, that pull feels stronger. You feel more confident in the direction, even if only slightly. With 11, it looks similar to what you looked like before, if not just 100 feet to the left.
That was fruitless, unfortunately. So, I think we should try heading in the opposite direction. And Maeve, continue to mark the trees as we go. And then he's gonna take a moment to like kind of figure out where the pull is coming from, and then start walking in the opposite direction, or try to.
All right, you're gonna walk in the opposite direction. I want you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's nat 20.
All right,
Nice.
you walk the opposite direction. Does everybody follow?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody else, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god.
If I believe I'm good at these, something good will happen.
Hey.
Okay.
Oh.
It's
16.
What did you get, Maeve?
11.
11. And Brenham?
I forget monks are
I got a
proficient
10,
in
11,
wisdom.
12.
Holy shit.
Your next one's gonna be a 13.
Everybody but Kent. Kent walks with Kenshi. The other three of you, you go to walk and you're like, no, that's not gonna work. It can't go the opposite direction. We should go this direction. It doesn't feel.
Development.
It doesn't feel. Why would we go that direction? We clearly should go the direction we all feel. Doesn't make sense otherwise.
Can't
you
you
two
kind of
just kind of walk forward and just see them stop and all just like have mental gymnastics, gears
Right.
turning.
Kent just kind of.
Kent's just gonna look down at Kent and look back at them. Look back down at him. It's like, I fear the pull that they feel is now stronger.
Kenshi, have you ever thought that you're just wrong?
I mean, besides every damn
He
day.
kind of like
or-
he kind of stands up a bit stiffer at that and like, well,
I'm gonna go this way. I start following the pool.
Maybe.
I'm gonna follow them.
I could try to resist, but it feels like the universe is telling me to go that way.
You watch the three of them just follow the pull. It feels
Well,
right to them.
Whatever is pulling them that direction might be where the missing people are, I suppose. I mean, if they went missing, they might have gotten pulled in that same direction. In theory.
that could be true, but
But I also think that if they went missing, they might go missing as well.
it's exactly my thought. The reason why these individuals go missing, from what I think, is because they are following this urge, this pull, whatever it is. And then they come back not remembering themselves. I don't wish to go in that same direction, but I don't want our companions to go alone. Think we should follow them?
It'd be better to follow them to not than let them go alone at least. I suppose.
Okay. Let us go then. And I'll follow the three.
So you
I'm
two,
gonna follow a little further behind, just like
you catch
trying to
up with
keep
the
a
three.
distance.
Kenshi, trying to keep a mind on the forest. Because now you are definitely very, very concerned. Make an intelligence check with advantage to try and keep your mind on the time, the direction, everything. Because even now, like, you always know north, but like watching the sun, it feels like it rose in the west and then set in the north. Like it changed direction.
Oh.
I feel like I'd go without saying, but I just want to clarify. I am like every 10 feet another mark on a tree to make sure that I know where I am.
16.
You're keeping an eye. You're like, okay, every 5 minutes was another hour. Let's try to focus on the minute. And every second you count. You just focus too hard on counting, and you go from 30 seconds to 2 minutes 30 seconds. And you come back. You're like, no, I need to focus on the space and how far we get in the time. But then looking at the position of the sun, it's been another hour. No, has it been 2? Or wait, are we going the opposite direction and it's only been 2 minutes? Have you been relying too hard on the sun? But you're keeping hope. You follow the group, go up, but you don't see the mountain you guys rested at. You're traveling somewhere. Maybe about halfway through your travels, you come across a larger group of trees, some knocked down, and as you're walking through them, you're trying to keep an eye, and as you turn your head to look back, you see on the back side of all the trees that you just walk past, there is a large number of X's carved onto them.
Everyone, stop. Look.
What's up? Well, we haven't been here yet.
We are walking in circles.
Just like yesterday.
So this is how the villagers are getting lost. They're simply following what they think is instinct. Damn.
This is a troubling development.
This certainly is something.
For those who would make a perception check.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, of
Sure.
course.
I was about to
Why
say
would
that.
I say no?
I'm gonna fly up again and survey.
All right.
Let me make sure I'm normal.
17.
What'd you get, Maeve? I saw you pog.
25. 17 plus
20.
8.
25 again. All right. What'd you get, Kent?
6.
6. And Reed.
Hey,
You doing it?
Reed.
Oh, you got 21.
Yeah.
All right. You shoot up into the sky, trying to look around. Kent and Brenham, you're just trying to think real hard. How many times have you seen with this many X's? You've had to have been a while. Does Maeve remember drawing the X's? And Maeve and Reed, you look out, and Maeve catches it first, but you both see a skull 200 feet out, mixed within the forest, looking, staring, slowly drawing closer.
You said a skull
A skull.
is looking
Like
at us.
Like
He's
a
looking at you.
Wendigo skull or like a Demi-Lich skull?
As it gets closer, you see a long black sinew, the exposed bone, crack in the skull, and it's just very slowly and calmly approaching.
I immediately point this out to everyone else.
Yeah.
Just-
Kenshi, you just hear,
That's not good.
you hear probably Brett go, huh? And then you go back down.
Yeah.
Ha!
What? What's the matter?
As
That
you all look out, you see now only about 100 feet away, just calmly and slowly, trudging forward, a Wendigo. Flesh sloshing off, and then as the foot lands near it, it climbs back onto the body. Ribs dangling out and rattling in the wind. A faint chill just emanating off of it. And it's just slowly drawing closer. 90, 80 feet, 70, 60. You guys doing anything?
Is it even like aware of like? Is it looking at anyone, or is it just like just?
It's scanning between the group. Just looking. Mainly, it'll look at Maeve. And then go between the rest. And more hard focus on Maeve, but is definitely aware of the group, at least.
I'm guessing I would probably pick up that it's focusing on Maeve through my role.
Yes, you are definitely the first one to notice that it is mainly focusing on Maeve, but it is aware of everybody.
I look between the Wendigo and Maeve. Why is it looking at you the most?
This is gonna be weird, but give me a second.
Could
try-
I
Apologies.
Yeah.
could I roll something to see if I could figure it out?
What would you like to roll? And what are you trying to figure out?
I'm trying to see if there would be any form of connection between the Wendigo and Maeve.
Roll an insight check.
Insight.
I'd like to extend my psyche
That
out
works.
to it and
30.
simply-
Damn.
God,
This is-
I'm sorry, what?
Fuck what
Roll
I'm
a-
doing, bro.
rolled a 19. Plus 11.
You're
Oh,
sitting
I have
here.
a lot of bullshit rolls, trust me.
You watch as like you notice whatever connection, you watch Maeve like kind of down the head a little bit, and then it immediately locks to Maeve. You assume that there wasn't a direct connection between them before, but there was some how Maeve said that they acknowledged him, and you assume that Maeve talked about connecting mentally. Somehow that information traveled. And it was at least aware that Maeve was aware. And now you get the feeling that Maeve has made a mental connection, because Maeve doesn't talk with their mouth. Maeve is entirely, when they speak, in the head. They are telepathic only.
Correct.
You sense that this connection has been made, and Maeve.
I was just gonna say, I simply say, orange.
It stops about 40 feet away, looking at you. Looks at Reed. Why? Looks at Kenshi. Looks at Brenham and Kent. Looks back at you.
Kindness.
And turns and looks back expectantly.
I wholly whiffed the last thing it fucking said.
I whiffed like half of what it said.
Well, I clocked orange, white, I think it was bird, and human.
Yes, and it looks back expectantly and says again,
Follow.
follow.
I kind of take a second. I like look at all of the X's on the trees around us. I'll slowly start to walk towards it.
And as you walk towards it, you feel that sense of direction suddenly lock onto it.
I reactively just immediately reach for the hilt of my blade.
You reach in it, doesn't react to you. It just looks at you, and then you hear rustling around you. You see 2, 3 more, 4 more, 5 more, 5 more, 6 in total around you, including the one that asked you to follow. All surrounding you.
Are they all in the same condition?
Relatively. All different slight shapes. One has a more humanoid skull. One has a skull that is more like a dragonborn. One has a deer skull. One doesn't have a skull, where a skull you would think would be, instead there is just a hand hanging down. But all have exposed bones, rotten-ish flesh. Some look like they have very fresh flesh, not even rotten yet. But they all seem calm. They're not aggressive in their stance. They're not aggravated. They're just there, aware of you, knowing you are aware of them.
Can I give a quick call to my god real quick and ask him about this shit?
Hey bro, what the fuck's happening?
Essentially, yeah.
What specifically do you pray?
My dear goddess, can you please provide me some information on what exactly is going on, if you have any knowledge of this?
You pray and wait. And Maeve and Reed, with their original perceptions, see as Nox, or as Kent prays, the mist that has been just sitting near the floor kind of expands up and encompasses Kent as they say this. And you see, almost as if, as the mist coalesces around them, there is an energy trying to force out, but the mist is holding it in. And Kent, you don't get a response.
Is there any way to, like, perceive if we're in a different dimension or not? Or something like that?
Make an Arcana check.
Like, because this kind of does remind me of that one dimension that we went to that was
the
all,
null
like,
plane.
black and white. Yeah.
If you want to try and compare
that
to
was
the
a
null
fun
plane,
one.
Yeah.
you can make a history check then for that.
Okay. History. That's an 8.
8. I mean, null plane was creepy and weird. Not this creepy and weird, and there certainly wasn't this. You don't think it's the null plane?
I think if the gods had eyes on this place, it wouldn't exist.
Would it be a fair guess to say these creatures are already dead?
Yeah.
Assume.
It's
Pretty safe to
the
say.
skull. The sinew.
Skull.
I'm just asking for points relevant to my character.
That's fair.
Because my character deals a lot with the Death, souls, afterlife.
Yeah, you're getting a strong sense of just dead. There's a large sense of these creatures are dead. And when it comes to souls, one, Maeve gives off a large energy of just soul. But two, it's like there's mixed. It's like there's pieces of souls, different souls, mixed into these creatures. As if they are not originally one entity, as if they are all pieces of different entities.
After Kent had given his prayer, like realizing that his god wasn't able to contact him, he's just like, he doesn't say anything.
Sorry,
But if you
the
look
prayer
at
you
him,
have
he
made
is
has not
obviously
reached its-
quite stressed. He's just hands clasped, just like just kind
The
of like
god you were trying to
starting to
reach is
shake,
not available.
starting to shake a little bit, and just like.
Yes, ma'am.
If I may, I will simply tell the one I've been walking to lead. I will follow.
It acknowledges and turns its head and walks deeper into the forest. And you see Maeve kind of look towards this Wendigo, nod, it nods back, and it walks, and she follows.
So I have a question in case it becomes relevant. So I'm just gonna be outright. I am a rogue.
Yeah.
So I have reliable talent.
Boy!
It says a D20 roll of 9 or lower are counted as 10s. So
Yes.
if I roll a
On things you are proficient in.
yeah, things I'm proficient in. So does it count as the dice roll or overall roll?
Dice roll.
The dice roll is a 10, and then you add your modifiers to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little fucking broken.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Anything with expertise is going to turn into a minimum 20.
Well,
I
I mean, it's nice and expertise.
Yeah, no, I had
Damn.
I genuinely had a moment where the rogue in my IRL campaign, the DM asked him to roll. It was, oh god, it was sleight of hand. He went 23.
Ye-
23, because for us, if your dice hits the ground, it counts as a natural 1, but that's a 10 now, and plus is 13 is a 23.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. That just made me realize how stupid all my modifiers are.
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
boy.
Makes you realize how stupid Rogue is.
Because I have
Imagine now. Imagine this: Rogue to reliable talent artificer mix. Oops.
I was gonna say rogue, and then just keep taking the skilled feat every time you level up. So you just get every single skill.
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
god.
Oh my god.
I would at that point I would like to let you know over half of my abilities I cannot roll under a 15.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Well, damn.
That's rogue, baby.
Okay.
That's rogue.
That's fucking absurd. Okay.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
But yeah, no, we all watch. So fucking Kenchi's a little overwhelmed right now watching just just like a bunch of Wendigos showing up. Maeve's starting to follow one of them, and fucking Kent is just tweaking out.
Kent's
Yeah,
fucking
welcome. This
crashing
is
right
about
now.
normal.
He's absolutely
Kent's
crashing.
about to crash out.
Do you all follow Maeve?
Very reluctantly.
Yeah, very reluctantly.
Yeah.
Like Kenshi has his left hand just like kind of resting on the hilt of his sword, not pulling it out, but it's there.
You
Yes.
slowly follow.
Kent's just kind of standing there for a bit, unless someone like kind of brings him with. He's just kind of standing there, just like.
Kenshi will stop, look back at Kent, just kind of like shaking, and like very gently, just like put his hand on his shoulder. Like, I think we're all following, and then points to the main Wendigo, like that.
As bad of an idea as that sounds, it feels as if that is our only choice.
Kent kind of just turns, just walks that way. Very just like rigidly.
Hey, random question, Trent. Do you have a D5?
Is it D5 a thing that exists?
Probably.
Probably, if any of us have
Trent
it,
has
it's fun.
it would likely be Trent.
I got the curiosity box, so I have a D1 through 20.
Okay, so if you could get your D5 for me real quick.
So
Yes,
apparently
sir.
D5s are just cylinders.
Yes. So are D3s, for the fun D3s.
Oh my god.
Alrighty.
So what's the curiosity box? Because I need one.
Curiosity box is it's no longer offered because it's like a rotating thing, but it's something that Vsauce does.
I thought that sounded familiar.
Oh, I remember that.
They have a water bottle that has a light year's worth of water molecules when you fill it up. There is a ruler that you can measure like how long in hairs it is. It's fucking amazing.
You're a D120?
What?
All right.
Get a D99 and then say it's a D100.
No, because that's not even a D100 still, because it doesn't have a fucking 0 on it.
Exactly. Sorry,
It's a
get a
one-
D100.
It is a 1 through 99, and a D100. I hate this fucking argument. All
I know.
zeros is 100 because it's not a D0 through 99. It's a D1 through 100.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah,
All
get
right.
the D5 on hand. Don't roll it yet.
Oh, okay, I will unroll that.
Yeah. But you follow the Wendigo. And after 5 minutes, which Kenshi, you know, is an hour, you eventually
That's a fucking sentence, dude.
hear movement. Lots of it. Laughter. Talking. All common. You're people. And you eventually come across a quaint, shabby little village. There's a lot of people walking around. And as you all come in, you see a bunch of people look, and they get excitement in their face and run over. And as soon as this happens, all of the Wendigo run back into the forest. And you just hear, yes, the Guardians have brought us more people. Yes, this is grand. Yes. Excitement all throughout the village. People are happy. More people have shown up. And eventually, a man walks in. Slightly tanner skin, long, flowing blonde hair, tattoo on the neck. It goes, "It's so great to see all of you! The Guardians have brought you here, and now you have been chosen to be a part of the village. This is great!"
It's him.
Kent
Please,
pulls out his
follow-
notebook.
Follow.
Good news, he's not dead. Good news, he's not dead. I was
Follow us,
horrified
follow-
we'd find the corpse with the tattoo and I'd have to go, well, honey, your husband died.
Follow me, follow me. I'll show you around.
Kent's just like looking back and forth between like his description and him.
Pretty, yeah, very close. And you walk through, and there's quite a big smattering. There's lizard folk, there's dragonborn, there's gnomes, half elves, elves, a few humans, halflings, Just, this is the wonderful village. The guardians scour the forest for any wandering lost souls and bring them here to keep them safe. Because if we were left to wander the forest forever, then there would be no survival for any of us. So here we sit, and here we stay. And as you're walking, Maeve, you notice somebody familiar. Somebody that you stayed at the house for and made banana bread with Tylik. Walking around, carrying firewood.
Shit.
And you just see him walking off.
Hold up. I have it in my fucking notes. I know this. I know I did. No, motherfucker. I was too invested in the conversation they were having to not actually write down the dude's name. Fuck.
I'm gonna hope I remember this guy's name.
Alright, Tyler, what's his fucking name?
Alright, pile of
Matthew?
ashes.
I think it's Matthew.
Yes, it is Matthew.
Nice.
But yeah, you see Matthew walking along, familiar green cloak, adorned. He's just kind of carrying firewood along.
Holy shit, is that Matthew?
You see him like stop when he turns and goes, "I'm sorry, do I know you?"
I'm difficult to forget.
I can see how that'd be true, but
I'm not trying to like stroke my own ego, but it's a little difficult to forget. I made you banana bread, you and Tylik.
He goes, "I'm sorry, that just sounds crazy. I, one, don't know what banana bread is, but two, I don't know what Tylik, and
you forgot?
I would definitely remember if a gemstone dragon made me banana bread. What even is banana bread?" And you hear like murmurs and banana bread. What's banana bread? That sounds great.
I'm gonna make him crash the fuck out, dude.
So none of these guys have basic problem solving skills and can infer that it's bread made with bananas.
No.
And and he goes, "I'm sorry, I have work I need to do," and continues on his way.
I'd like to establish a connection with my little crew.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, isn't this plane primarily humans? Like a large majority human?
I think
And there's a
so.
minuscule amount of humans here?
Well, there are more humans here on this planet than on the
I
plateau.
know, but like the first place we went to, it was like 90% humans.
Right.
Now
And
that you
then-
mention it, there are a lot of beast folk here.
Yeah.
Well, I said that there was a lot of adventurers who come here. So, are all of them adventurers?
Well, I feel like a lot of just random people would get lost long before adventurers started showing up. It's nothing. I'm probably onto nothing.
And
Hmm.
he brings you around, shows you, "Oh, we have some empty houses that we had built just recently. You guys can stay inside those if you wish. They could be your new homes." And eventually somebody comes up and talks to him and goes, "I'm so sorry. Running a village could be tiresome work. I unfortunately have to go. But please, make yourselves at home. Go wherever you like. Everybody here is friendly." And he walks off with this person.
Guys, this is weird, right?
Why don't we go claim a house? And then, figure out what the fuck's happening.
Trent, roll that D5.
Alright. Alrighty.
You couldn't have just made 6 houses?
One.
No? One. All right. So you guys see in front of you 3 houses.
One made of straw, one made of sticks, and one made of brick.
Yeah,
You
okay, so I recommend the brick
And then a
one.
wolf right next to it.
Hey.
Fucking furry!
You just see the Lycanthrope just like you just see him and then walk off carrying his box.
Maeve, why did you do that?
I don't know. I've just been filled with rage recently. I can't explain it.
But as you're looking at these 3 houses, Maeve, you eventually feel a small set of arms like wrap around your waist.
I grab the fucking arms immediately.
You grab.
I ain't fucking playing, dog.
You grab and spin and see like at once at first a excited happy look and like excitement and eventually like a sudden fearful look and a small child looking about 13 years old.
Why did you do that?
I'm sorry, I'm made of gem and it's so cool and I want to see you and I'm sorry.
Ask for consent before you touch somebody, okay?
I'm so sorry. And you
It's
see
okay.
this
You didn't
small
know
human
better. Don't repeat
like-
it in the future.
a small human, a big red bow in the hair, immediately,
Almost child traffic child.
immediately you see this, taller woman, Audrey, if you could describe what Shern looks like, what Basil looks like.
Oh yes,
God.
dude! The look on your fucking face was priceless, dude. You talked to me about this.
I would like you to
Oh
describe
my
Basil.
fucking
You are not voicing her,
God.
but you are the best one with the knowledge of description. So please describe to them what they see when Basil walks up.
Dude,
Okay.
I wish I had that moment like framed forever. The moment he said red bow, I looked immediately at her and she went. Yeah, I was like, chat, she doesn't know.
Chat, she knows. Please describe Basil Shern.
Okay. Your gaze meets a tall, slender female sheepkin with long, poofy white hair that billows over her shoulders and past her waist, that contrasts against her dark, ebony-colored skin. Across her chest, you see a dark tattoo of what looks like a closed eye with little droplets pointing outwards from it. You can see some similar droplet tattoos on the back of both of her hands. Adorning her head is a pair of gray curled horns sitting above her fluffy black ears. Her soft yellow eyes are hidden up behind thick white eyelashes, but from what you can see, they seem distracted but with reason, as if all her movements are intentional and thought out. She wears worn plates of silver armor that circle the sides of her dress and along her corset, while her left arm is adorned with chainmail and more silver armor that has seen some days of strife. Around her waist hangs a short sword sheathed with a unique-looking handle, while in her hands she tenderly holds a small leather purse. As she walks, her light purple dress barely caresses the floor, but between steps you get a small glimpse at her black cloven hooves. And that is Basil.
You see the
Hi,
sheepkin run up and go, I'm so sorry, and kind of grabs the wrist and just goes, Scarlet, I've told you many times it's not nice to grab people suddenly. And she goes,
Especially from behind.
And she says, I'm sorry. And you see a larger group of kids, like a substantial amount, like 20 children behind, smattering of different races, all behind. She goes, go join the others. And the small human goes out. And She goes, I'm again so sorry for that. She can be very rowdy.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm just a little on edge due to recent events. So, it wasn't the best option. I just hope she learns a little faster in the future.
We can only hope with the younger generation.
They are our future.
What's that face?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Dude, this is so good for me because I know so much.
What? Fuck! Oh my god.
If I'm correct, I'm aware that you all are new to the
Yes.
village.
We literally just walked in.
Well, it's very lovely to see you, and we hope you all have a very nice day.
Pleasure to meet you. My name's Maeve of the Eldest Fate.
Gingerly holds out her hand and shakes. She goes, "Oh, your arm. Are you okay?"
Yeah, well, it hasn't been like this for a long time. It was further up, and it's been slowly regrowing, which I don't think should happen. I am just fucking Crystal. I'm not trying to swear in front of children, okay? But it's a part of my dialect, so it's a little difficult to work around. But, like, I'm just Crystal, so there's no reason this should be growing back, but, like, it's interesting. It's fun to keep track.
She like motions her hand. May I look at it?
Oh, yeah.
She
I'll
kind of-
take off the jean jacket so she can get a better look.
Yeah, she like steps down to the side, like partially kneeling to get to your height, and like runs her hands across it, and you feel like a slight warm energy as she rubs her hand across it, and you watch as the crystal, like, as long as it had taken, it maybe grows another half inch out. And she goes, well, at least a little bit of healing seems to go a long way.
I appreciate it.
I'm sure a nice restful sleep here can get you even more.
Of course, a good sleep cures all.
If there's anything that I can do for you, I would be more than appreciative to help out.
I'll be sure to talk to you.
And looks to the rest of you and just goes, anything I can do for the rest of you?
You got any food?
Ken's still kind of freaking out a little bit. He's still just kind of standing there, just kind of shaking. He's not looking at her, he's just kind of looking at a wall.
Meanwhile, Kenshi is staring like directly at her, like feathers kind of like puffed up, and like the plumage on the back of his head like a little bit out, just kind of like just staring silently, like oh.
Looks to you, Brenham, and goes, food. I believe the one who was in charge of food storage and rations was Iankarth. If you would like to see him, you would have to go to his house. He doesn't really leave unless he needs to. But I'm sure he would be happy to meet the new people. He can be strange and skeptic, but he is a nice man, I can assure you.
Okay. Anybody else want anything, or
I'd like to rest my feet in the house for a little bit, to be honest. It looks like Kent probably needs some time, so let's go.
Yeah.
Let's clean the house real quick.
She walks up to Kent and just goes, my dear, are you all right?
It's been a long.
He does not respond.
She just pulls you into a hug.
My
And
heart.
she just goes, It'll all be okay, my dear. No matter what your troubles, you have friends and allies, and I'm sure they will be there with every step of the way. You are loved, and you are cherished.
Can't kind of like he relaxes a little bit.
She like pulls back a little bit, like slightly caresses the face, and she goes, "See, a little love can go a long way."
Kent's just corroded face. Just
And she doesn't acknowledge it. Like she you can tell that she notices it, but she doesn't acknowledge it. And she just pulls you in for another quick hug. And then pulls away and goes back to the children. And she says, "Say goodbye, everybody." And you just hear all that, "Bye, bye, bye." You hear, like, kind of in the back, "Bye." As, like,
That's a good one, yo.
as a Goliath child, a solid head and a half taller than the rest. Goodbye.
Goodbye, yo. I hope you have a
my-
nice day, yo.
And they all make their way. And she does describe Ian Koth's house to you. The one that is more simplistic than the rest.
I also put a picture of Basil in the character info if you guys want to see what she
Yes.
looks like.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yes.
Yep.
I remember you showing her to me before,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't remember the context of her and like what she was for. I'm so pleasantly surprised. Oh my goodness.
Love
Yay.
her. She's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, we go to the house then? Go in the house? Or
The
rest
the
up,
free
or-
house.
Yeah,
'Cause
free
Yeah.
house.
we kind of we're in a little bit of shell shock right now, and I feel like
we need to relax for a moment.
we should take a nice time out to figure out what the fuck is happening.
While
Yeah.
All due respect.
While everyone is like begins to walk towards the house, Kenshi is still just like kind of standing there, just like watching her leave. Just kind of like,
I will immediate connection to just Kenshi and go, "It's rude to stare at a woman for that long. Come on." You weren't subtle about it.
Damn.
oh. he hangs his head down and Shaman follows.
Come on.
Come on, man. That was a little
You go.
creepy. I can give you some pointers if you want how to do that, like without people noticing, but that'll be later. We're kind of busy right now.
Why do you know how to stare at women without them noticing?
You weren't supposed to hear that. Anyway,
Wait, you got binoculars at a tree?
Kent like snaps out of
It's
his
this
like,
invention in
freak
my,
out for a
in my
moment
time
just
called
to-
sunglasses.
Kent just like pulls out his notebook and writes down like Brenham is a freak.
no, it was
Pervert.
okay.
Didn't know he was freaky like that. I hate it.
I like to wear sunglasses so no one knows what I'm looking at.
It's 9 o'clock. Why are you wearing sunglasses?
It's like I wear sunglasses so they don't know where I'm looking, and it's just him laying underneath the girl's skirt.
Oh no! No!
I make one joke.
No! Oh my god. Brenham is a pervert.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I love how you can
Kinda like,
label it as a
take your
pervert for,
bullshit, just
for
erase
his
it
one-off
myself.
joke, but Kenshi staring directly at Basil for the entire interaction, just swept under the rug.
It's quite funny.
He doesn't know what to do. He's just like, pretty.
Oh, you're,
Pretty.
you're pretty.
Pretty much. It's like, oh. Anyways.
We go in the house then?
So you'll go in the houses?
Yeah, Kent makes his way back inside the house quick.
Is Brenham going towards the houses or seeking the one guy that deals with food?
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and. I mean, I am kind of hungry, guys. Like, anybody else want to follow?
Ken keeps walking to the house.
Okay,
I'll
not you.
accompany Brenham.
Cool.
I'll
Plus, it gives
keep
us a
an
little
eye
chance to
on.
sneak around. A little snook, if you will.
I'm sneaking little snake.
I'm a snake. I'm a sneaky little snake.
Okay, so who all is going to find Eonkath? Brenham and Reed?
What do you mean by that? You're a bird.
Shut up.
Fuck up, cat.
I will forever love the interaction
No
of...
bird, mind you.
I will forever love the fucking interaction of my character's gonna be racist because they're not the demi-humans. Aren't you a tabaxi? Fuck. Because it was as soon as I hit enter, less than a second later.
It's one of those cases. I knew what I said right after I said it.
You're like, oh.
Wait.
Oh no.
It was so
no, okay,
fucking
right.
funny.
Wait a minute. Run that back.
Hold up.
Oh my
Wait a
god. So it's just Brenham and Reed that go to find Eonkath?
Yeah.
Okay, you two walk out of the houses and find the simpler house, while others have like almost a two-tone between the roof and the main structure of the building, being the roofs seem to be covered in the bark to give it a more gray look of the wood, while the actual buildings themselves seem to be more white of the inside of the tree. This house is kind of just square. There is no roof.
It has no roof.
Like there's a roof, but it's square, flat. There's no like angled roof.
Like the
Like the first
Oh,
house you
same
build in
shape.
Minecraft.
yeah, I was gonna say like
Dirt shack.
adobo houses.
Yeah.
like out in the desert and shit. where it's
Yeah.
just fucking.
Yeah, similar to that. It's just flat on top.
The drainage must suck in that house.
It's where I keep my exorbitant amount of torches. Please don't blow it up.
Oh, my PC!
My PC!
Did you guys
Just to go
walk
over
up
and knock on the
towards it?
door.
You knock on the door, and you just hear, "Come in."
Okay. I'll bolt my ass in.
You walk in, and Trent, would you like to describe what they see from the back of Eonkath?
I thought.
What?
Can I get a replay on that, Trent? What was that?
You see,
Sorry, for the people in the back. Caked.
you
Hey,
Sorry, cakes on the wall.
yeah, you see like him, like sitting down, like seems to be cutting fruit.
From the back, you see, you can tell that his skin is like a ashen gray look. He's got long, where's my fucking, where I forget about it 80 times. He's got like long white hair. He's got a bandana around his head, apron on, kind of simpler clothes, cause like it's dirty fucking work, you know.
We love a man who can cook.
Yeah. There's
Goddamn right. Sorry.
There's also in like behind the counter in like the corner away from all of the mess, and there's like a circle around it that is just like fucking pristine, is a set of very nice looking splint mail armor that I can go into detail if we want.
It's very detailed.
Hey, cool plate mail armor. What's that about?
No plate mail. It's because it doesn't look as cool. Time to explain the reason why I chose splint mail. So it's because of the aesthetics, my boy. It's the
Rule of
aesthetics.
cool, you see.
It's not the rule of cool. It's the look of cool. So going
If you will.
up, yes, to the point where I'm surprised I haven't drowned yet. So going up the,
There's a whole goddamn ocean in here.
you walk in, just wet everything. If wet, you are now moist.
You open the door and it's just
Remember
water.
you said me with dude. But on the armor, going up, like from the waist, going up on the plates of metal are carp. And it's made to look like it's going up a waterfall to pauldrons that resemble mountains, and then you know the Chinese dragons, like the long noodle boys without wings, wrapping down the arms to what looks like two big ass shields on each of the hands.
Sick.
And yeah.
Yes.
That's what you
Nice.
see.
Yeah, and you just see him sitting there cutting fruit, and as you walk in, he just goes, "Impressive sword, Birdman." Not looking at you, just staying looked away.
Oh wait, say again. What happened?
I know exactly who this is. I know exactly
Yes.
who this is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I talked to Recipe about him. He's awesome and I love him. Because Kenshi went with them, right?
Yeah, no, Kenshi's not there. Never mind. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah.
I have to say it's like
I was like,
That's what
I don't know
was
why.
confused, too.
I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
I don't know
Kenshi in like
why.
a super position in the corner before taking out.
It's just the
fucking
bird.
Jose.
It's just the fucking save the world. My final
Bye-bye.
message.
Message.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Dreaming. Sorry.
Truly lives up to his actual vision. There is no.
Sorry. So no. What he actually says.
No, retcon that.
Yeah. What he actually says is, human and cat. You need food?
Maybe a little bit.
Perhaps.
How hungry? For how many?
We are
When the last time we ate?
6 strong. Are we 6?
5.
5.
5 strong.
When's the last time I ate anything? Like,
I imagine you guys like you guys eat on the road. I'm not making you
Take
track
some
your
snacks.
yeah.
food. Yeah.
I got trail mix. I save all the
Did you eat all
M&Ms for
your banana cupcakes?
My banana
bread
yeah.
cupcakes?
Yeah. That's like a given.
You pull out like one last one. I
My
was
mom
saving
made me
this.
some banana bread, dude. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nope, not getting into this again. Nope.
I was about to say, before we get sidetracked, what do you guys say?
Um,
You got some banana bread, man?
do you actually ask that?
That has nothing to do with what I asked.
It's food, is it not?
Does it look like there's bread made of bananas? This is fruit, vegetables.
But you know what banana bread is.
Who doesn't?
Apparently, the people
Okay,
outside.
okay. We work with this. One.
Yeah,
He like finishes with the fruit he's chopping, and like tosses it perfectly into a basket like off to the side, and then leans over and grabs another and starts like skinning and cutting.
We are 5 strong and we have yet to eat today.
Very well. Stands up, grabs a basket off the side, and goes between the different baskets. The different, like, bigger baskets, and grabs an assortment of fruits, veggies, covers it, grabs another basket, and takes these wrapped, like, sort of chunks, and, like, almost look like, similar to, like, bricks just wrapped in white paper, and covers that with a cloth, and takes them both, and immediately turns, and you see the cloth that was around the head is covering the eyes. And he stops directly in front of you and hands it out and goes, the one with all the veggies, he goes, veggies, meat, for your friends.
I'll take the meat.
How do you
That's
know
good.
you are holding?
Just because I do. I also know that you have a knife to your side. And I know that you tensed the moment you realized I was blind.
That's impressive.
Do you want the veggies or not?
Yes, please.
Hands them to you. Very good. And turns and goes, who pointed you my direction?
Hmm?
Who pointed you my direction?
The pretty sheep lady.
Pretty sleepy.
Sure.
Pretty lady. Pretty.
Something is always strange when I think about Miss Shern. The armor she bears is of my make, yet I do not remember crafting it. But it is unmistakably mine.
Question. Do you remember coming here?
I remember being here. I don't really remember much before. And that is not what I like. I like knowing. I have had a hard enough time getting used to not seeing. Spending most of your time in your head, you realize what you no longer know. I've been here a while, and yet I feel that something is missing. Something is draining away, but I can't quite put my finger on it. I do not believe Miss Shern to be of negative influence. She cares for all the orphans, all those without parents. But I do not know, and neither does she know, how she acquired that armor. She claimed that a close friend made it for her. But I am the only one who could make something like that. I recognize my craft. Immediately sits down, picks the knife back up, and continues cutting and separating the fruits. Goes, anyway, I have work to do and people to feed.
Question.
Yes.
Do I remember whenever Gorthadak first sent us here? Do I remember? Because I do remember he sent people first before us. Do I remember him saying anything about that?
You remember him describing them. And your descriptions were a woman with a large amount of white fluffy hair and a man in very fancy armor.
That qualifies fancy armor. Okay. Okay, okay.
Anything else you would like to
Okay.
do?
I want to see if I can steal one more fruit without him noticing.
Go ahead and make a stealth check. $15. You step over, and right as you reach for something, you feel a as the flat end of the blade, not the sharp end, the flat end, like the opposite end of the sharp, slaps you in the back of the hand, and then immediately, and then as you're about to pull back, it's half a centimeter from your throat. He goes, "Do not touch my unfinished work. Thank you."
Got it.
And pulls it away and continues.
Just testing you there. We're gonna go now. We're
He's
gonna
trying
go
to
now.
rob a blind man.
God.
You tried to
And did
steal
you just-
from a blind man.
Oh my
And did you just
God.
fail to steal from a blind man?
He's a cool blind man. Okay.
He's a very cool blind man.
God. Such a Brenham thing to do.
Just testing your visual
Just
acuity.
testing you, man. I'll leave. I'll show myself.
Oh.
As
I
you
didn't
seen
mean. I'm gonna go.
You seen the top
As-
day?
Fucking
You
young cat
dislike
will
that?
remember that.
as you're walking away, he just goes. As you're walking away, you immediately see him turn and what would be locking eyes with you, but it's just cloth, and he goes, "Be careful who you test. You never know when you'll get cut." And you see as a few pieces of the feather of your cap fade down onto the ground. Have a good day.
You too. Don't mess with blind people. Got that. Got it.
That wasn't on your fucking list already.
Learned my lesson. Cool.
Yeah.
And now you make your way back to the group in the three empty houses. Are you all convened in one house right now, or are you between them?
There was multiple?
Yeah, there's three.
Yeah,
Oh.
there are
Yeah.
three total
There's
houses.
5 of us, so
Yeah.
I mean,
one of us is fucking shacking up.
Kent went to a random one.
I'd follow so I could, like, help if when your mental breakdown continues.
So Kenji goes in one alone.
Yep.
And Maeve and Kent go in another one, so you guys can choose to join in the other one.
Would me and Maeve be able to convene
Yeah,
while
we-
they are
Yeah,
doing
while
their thing with
while they are
Yonkath?
Robbing a blind man.
while they're interacting with
Trying
Yonkath, what do
Oh, wait,
with the
don't rob me with him.
Sorry. While Brenham tries to rob a blind man, and
The rogue
and-
doesn't.
and the rogue realizes if the rogue goes, "I'm not gonna fuck with this."
I'm saying I would pass, but still, I'm not gonna steal from a blind man.
I have standards.
Yeah, I have standards.
Standards.
Okay?
Everyone should have stunts.
Wow. Okay.
So Maeve and Kent, what do you say to each other? How well you wait for food to arrive?
What's the inside of this house look like? Just
Very
curious.
simple.
Describe.
There's a there's 2 beds.
Do they look like?
Simple beds with very solid white from similar wood that the house was built out of, making the bed frame with a clean white mattress and blankets and things over top.
What's the thread count?
You don't know. You're not there.
Is it
Is the mattress today's sponsor purple?
My
Oh my
God.
lord.
But there is a simple chair. There is a like two, because it's not a very large house. It's maybe only like 15, 20 feet. And like there's two wooden couches with a table in between them. There is a cuck chair in the corner because they didn't know how to fit it in with the couches. But other than that, there's two wooden beds in the back corners, and in between them there is a furnace.
Mm.
I, like, sit down.
Yeah, Ken sitting on the couch, just kind of like hands clasped together, just kind of like.
I'd say what I'm thinking, but it's just like the most obvious fucking things that this isn't right. This is the wildest fucking shit I've ever seen. People, I saw Matthew. I've met him before. I showed him banana bread. When I came to y'all the one day after spending the night at Tylex, and I handed y'all the best banana bread, well, the first and also best banana bread you've ever had in your fucking life, I made Matthew banana bread that night. And he had it, and he enjoyed it. And then I walk up to him, he doesn't know who I am, he doesn't know who Tylik is, he doesn't know what the fuck banana bread is, which is a travesty. I guess I have to reteach this motherfucker. And then, if I'm not mistaken, you prayed to your god, and there wasn't an answer, but not in the style that the god didn't make an attempt to answer, but that the answer couldn't get through.
As you mentioned his god, he just starts like rocking a little bit, shaking, starting to shake a little bit.
I'm getting pissed off because I'm starting to care for you. This blows. And we can't leave. We're probably, if I walk out one end of the fucking town, I'm probably just gonna walk in the other. This...
Well, we gotta save
know-
the people. We gotta save the people because they have people waiting for them, and those people care about them. And
You've got
if they
people
went
that care
missing,
about you,
if they went
too.
missing, they would miss them. I would hope they would miss them. They would care about them. They would miss them.
Yes, and you have people that would care about you if you went missing. As do...
No.
No.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No.
Why do you say
None
that?
None of you know me. No one cares.
I literally 30 seconds ago said that I'm starting to care about you. It breaks my heart to see you a scattered mess, shunned by the one person you've devoted your life to. It hurts. And I'm not even the one going through it, so I can't even imagine how much it hurts for you. But...
Well, if I don't have her, it doesn't really matter in the end. She's the only one that matters.
No, shut the fuck up with that. You're saying you don't matter?
I was nothing before I met her. I was shunned by everyone I knew. My family didn't care. Everyone didn't care. The day I needed anyone the most, she was the one that came to me. I could have died that day, but she came and helped me.
You
And
realize
now
you
she
can
doesn't. If she doesn't care about me,
you can still be something without her. Listen, something that I learned very early on in my life is that you have to be there for yourself. No matter what, through thick and thin. If no one else is going to be there for you, you have to be there for you. Because if no one's going to have your back, it's going to suck. And it's going to be even worse if you don't have your own back, because you're just going to be walking around with a fucking enemy over your shoulder, whispering the worst things imaginable. So, you've got to care for yourself. you've got to treat yourself nicely. You've got to treat yourself with love. And
How
that's
could I do
gotten
that?
me.
How could I do that when no one's ever cared for me before?
Loving yourself is simultaneously something so incredibly simple and easy, but deeply complex. Loving yourself isn't always going to manifest in the same ways for everyone. But let's say, for example, right, back when I was sailing the seas on my own plane, I've done a lot of shit. I was with a crew, and then a horrible storm struck our ship. And then I ended up stranded on a random fucking island. None of my friends survived that. I was the only one left. And if I rolled over and died, I wouldn't be doing good by them. I wouldn't be living on with their memory. I wouldn't be able to tell the stories that I have today. So, I picked myself up. I started going around. I started looking for things to make myself comfortable, to feed me, because I cared about, because I loved me. And the love that I had for myself is what fueled me to survive in that moment when I had literally nothing. No money, well, I had friends, but not, like, actively around me. I still had some people back on land that I'd left behind when I hopped on the ship. But if I wasn't there for me in that moment, I wouldn't be here talking to you. I wouldn't have met the people that I've met that have made me the person that I am today. So, I want you to focus on caring and loving for yourself in this moment. What do you truly need? Not any philosophical needs, not any validation. Do you need food? Do you need sleep? And then we can expand from there.
I need to know that there's some sort of reason for any of what I do.
And what is it exactly that you do? Or in this moment, when you say for anything that I do, what do you mean by that?
I don't know. All I've ever cared for years and years, is helping my goddess with anything she wanted, anything she desired. And if she doesn't truly, but she does. I have to believe that. Because if not, I don't have anything.
Well, you've got us. Are we nothing to you?
It's not like you really care.
If I didn't care,
I never know if it's really truth or not.
if I didn't care, I wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation with you. I'd be chastising Birdbrain the next house over for ogling at a woman for that long. I'd have gone to go get food with Dingus and Dongus. But I followed you because I saw you were in trouble. I saw that you needed help. So I followed you here. I sat down on this couch across from you. And I'm having a conversation with you. If I did not care, I would not be here. So to say that I don't care for you hurts a little, but I understand where you're coming from.
Kent just kind of like turns more towards you and just looks at you very intently and just... You're saying you actually care about me?
Yes. these little laughs that you have, that's not normal. That's not somebody who knows that they're loved and they're cared for. It's someone in disbelief. It's somebody who's broken because of something greater than them, that's out of their control, and frankly, they're in a bit of a spiral. And I'm trying my hardest to stop that spiral from happening.
You do have a kind heart, Maeve. I gotta give you credit for that.
I appreciate that.
I don't... It's not, I don't think that what is happening to me. I think if I am spiraling like you are saying, might just be what I need to have happen to me. I am not sure. It might just be my fate in this life.
No.
Might just be the hand that I am dealt. The same that I'm always dealt. Over and over and over.
You can't do much about the hand that you're dealt. Trust me. But what you can do is the best you possibly can with the hand you are dealt. I've had a very, very mixed bag in life. Me right here, right now, is the pinnacle of my group's, my monastery's efforts. So I'm making the most of my unlife before I inevitably return here once more. For before we're destined for anything, before our fates are signed on anything, we're all fated to die eventually. And that is why I'm of the eldest fate. But just because I know that I'm doomed to die, just because I know that one day I will crumble to dust and be long forgotten, doesn't mean that I'm not going to make the most of those ephemeral seconds that I have in the grand timeline. So, I'll tell you what. I'll go take a walk. I'll let you spiral a little bit more if that's what you want. Then I'll come back in and I'll check on you, because I care for you. Okay?
Kent like turns and like looks away for a moment, but then looks back and just kind of gives like a small nod.
All right. Let's go. Time to go figure out what the fuck's happening, and I like pat you on the shoulder as I leave.
You open the door to immediately seeing Reed giving shit to Brenham walking up.
Oh hell yes! I don't like
you thought it was a
slam
good
him
idea to steal from an old man.
Look,
A
okay.
blind man.
Stole
Blind
from
man.
For one,
blind man. I say that loud. I say that loud enough for Kent to hear.
Look, today I am having an off day, okay?
Kent pulls out his book.
How does that justify stealing from a blind man? You do not do that on an off day.
Look, I blame you, okay? You give
Branham
off some
steals.
vibes, okay?
Branham
You
steals from
you remind me of
blind
somebody.
person.
As this is happening, Kent, make a history check with advantage.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Mm.
Have I heard of blind people before?
He's a
Blind
blind
people? What is that? History, you said?
Yes.
That's a 19.
19.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh, okay.
As you sit alone in the shed, thinking about what was said to you, what you think, what your goddess thinks, whatever is going on, your confusion overtaking, you find yourself fall into your own mind until you get the faintest feeling. Look up, and it's a black void, but you don't get the sense of your goddess. You look and you see in front of you a silhouette lit from the front. Broader shoulders, white hair. You turn and you see the faintest bit of a smile from the back. They turn to you. They lean down. They hold out their hand. And you hear them say, "From the strongest to be the strongest." Is that not what we decided before?
Say that again?
From the strongest to be the strongest. Is that not why? Is that not what we had said before?
Do I recall what this is, Can I tell what exactly this is? Like, what this person is? Or, like, who
You're
this
getting...
is?
You heard them say, "we." That's not what we had said before. From the strongest. Your goddess is the strongest. And for a moment, you feel the words that they say are from them, but they also sound familiar. And you question, was this you? Before?
Me from wait, so this is me, but from, like, back in time? Or, like...
A memory? A feeling? A thought? A prayer to yourself? Within your own mind, and the void that it is. This backlit feeling of hope. It feels so alien, yet so familiar.
But they have their hands stretched out to me?
Stretched out to you, and you find you're in the same crouched, sitting position.
Kent, like, reaches out his hand, like, and just, like, for a moment, like, his hand falters. But, like, thinking about, like, what Maeve had said before. For a moment. Before, like, slowly reaching out. And, like, like, kind of like... They're still, like, hesitant, but they still grab their hand.
You grab, and they gently help you stand up. And it's a very imposing figure. But you can't see their face, it's shrouded in darkness, the only light coming from behind them. And you just hear We made a promise long ago to protect those. Because we are the strongest. Or did you forget already? And you find yourself opening your eyes, standing in the middle of the room, up from the chair.
So what he said was, what,
We swore to protect everyone because we are the strongest. Or have you forgotten?
right, okay. Alright, so Ken's now just standing here.
Just standing in the middle of the room.
Hmm,
And now we go back.
alright.
Oh,
Okay.
Get the fuck off, Straft Hat!
No.
Get off of there!
All right,
Get the
round ends. I'm up 1-0. I've won. Suck shit, Respi.
No. That's the
Oh my god.
Yeah, you guys are arguing outside of the house, learning of this.
Did you reboot Straftat?
I didn't mean to.
Okay.
But it
So-
boot itself.
What is your plan, everybody?
I'm gonna go ask around, see what's going on with the general populace.
Alright.
Burr, it feels demeaning now. Kenshi is that house. Kent is in there, but I'd suggest giving him a little bit. He's still going through it a little, just a tad. Because like IRL, what I do is I just a tad, but I don't have another arm, so just a tad. But I'm sure he'd appreciate some peace and quiet for now. I'll walk off to start asking people what's up.
Alright, and in the meantime, is anybody else doing anything? Any
Kenshi-
conversations, investigations, perceptions?
Kenshi eventually comes out of the house that he picked, and he sees Maeve start to like walk towards some townsfolk, and he decides to follow suit.
Alright. Anyone else? Or you two are Reed and Brenham going to cook? Or not, yeah, Reed and Brenham. You're going to go into the house and
Oh.
cook your food.
What role would cooking be if it were a role?
But is there like
Survival.
a
Survival.
kitchen?
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Yeah,
Is
like
there
they
kitchen related things?
all the houses have like the sort of same layout, but the furnace in the middle both is to heat the room. It also has like cooking supplies sat on top.
Oh then, oh yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the worst I could cook is mid.
Yeah, fair enough.
What did you say? Survival?
Yeah, so either both of you can roll survival or one can roll with advantage.
Recipe with advantage, please.
All right, Resby, roll or Reed, roll a
I have a
survival. Roll a survival with advantage.
It's either gonna be pretty good or the best dish you've ever had, or nothing.
Yeah, what the
Or
fuck?
nothing.
What the fuck?
I hope you're ready for
You ever
nothing.
You ever rolled a?
Up,
Huh?
up.
You ever rolled a?
Um,
Yo, you
Man,
rolled a.
Seven?
man, dude, this dish is gonna be so good. I rolled up.
Hold on.
I'm just gonna roll 2 normal.
Yo, it's crazy. I can't-
Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay, there you go.
What?
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 That mean,
okay.
it made
Wait, time to
because of reliable talent. So he rolled.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
because
that
of
was-
reliable talent. The first time he rolled a 6, the second time he rolled an 8, and they were brought to 10. So you got 17. Yeah, you cook, and it's like you unwrap, and there's like raw meats. You like mix it in some with the veggies, and you make a few meals for everybody. Kent, you can smell this because I imagine Kenshi took the left house, Kent took the right house, and then you two were just like, okay, we'll go in the middle one. And so Kent, you can smell this. But as it's happening, you two, Kenshi and Maeve, walk around the asking townfolk. Is there anything specific you're asking?
Just like very basic things like how did you end up here? Like how long have you been here? Just like the fishy shit that's not adding up between everyone to just so Maeve can like get the 100% guarantee of fuck shit's happening.
You ask
not
around,
a
and a few
normal
people give
village.
you like different times. Some people only been a few weeks. Some have been like 2-3 months.
Has anyone been here for a year?
Surprisingly, you don't find anybody who has been here for longer than a year. But they all seem to have the same explanation as how they got there. It all seems to be they remember wandering through the forest lost, and the protectors, the guardians, came to them in the forest, and at first they were apprehensive, but they were brought to this village, and here it is that they live and thrive. And if it wasn't for the guardians, they would have been killed in the forest.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
And there is that same kind of level of fog hanging a little higher than what it was out in the forest around this village.
I would say at some point, like during all this, I would cross paths with Yunkath.
Yeah, you as soon as you enter 30 feet of Ionka, like I say, you like go near his house, and you immediately just watch him stop and turn to look at you.
I don't mean to intrude.
What? Never mind. How can I help? And he's just constantly looking, like, at the outfit and then looking back at your face and down at the outfit. And, like, looking around, just like...
This fuels my soul. Thank you.
Kenshi leans into Maeve. Do you two know each other?
No.
Now as you say this, Kenshi, he goes, nice sword, Birdman. Now he says this.
Oh.
Yes, we did it. It's canon now.
Yes!
Oh. Why, thank you, good sir.
And you can clearly see the bandana across the eyes.
Thank you, good sir.
I'm new in town, and I'm trying to get the lay of the land. Who's been here the longest? Who know the most, etc., etc., etc.
Are you with the thieving human and the tabaxi?
I have upgraded from cat status.
Let's go.
I have been downgraded to thieving human.
He has a point. Yes.
We do.
Am I gonna
travel
get
together.
jumped and or kicked out because of this association?
He just kind of like he does the little like and then just goes, follow me, and walks into.
Am I gonna get jumped?
We are
Follow
absolutely
me.
getting jumped. Be on your guard.
And immediately walks up the stairs, not touching the guardrail, and opens the door and enters.
This is a very
Okay.
impressive blind man.
I, like, walk inside.
I follow.
Do I look real quick?
That would be a good.
Hey, quick question. What is Iankath's stealth?
+0, actually.
Okay.
Listen, I wear fucking splint mail, my brother in Christ. I did not
Yeah.
spec for this.
You watch him enter, and you turn, and you get kind of freaked out because he's just standing right there at the door. But you notice him immediately, and then as you both enter, he closes the door and goes and grabs the chair and rotates it and sits down and looks at you.
Am I about to get jumped for associating with the thieving human in the tabaxi?
Oh, no.
Okay.
The human is idiotic and rude. And
I'll take it.
had,
It's better than sometimes.
let's just say his outfit was subpar. And so it was expected.
Yeah. You are correct there.
Suits
Oh my
up.
God. I'll kill you. Blind or not, I don't care. You're dying tonight.
See, I
L
feel
it's L plus
hurt.
being human plus bad drip.
Gripless, bitchless bastard.
He just goes,
I got roasted by a blind man on my outfit.
Yes, sir.
exactly.
Yes, you did.
I deserve that. I will be fully honest. It hurts, but I deserve it.
Just goes, how long have you been here? Just
Like
recently.
30 seconds. like no time at all. We walked in. I got fucked by a crowd from behind. It was quite startling.
You watch him go over to a set of blinds, and you're like, what the fuck? And he opens the blinds, and it's just wall. He lets it back down, and turns to you.
When he does that in Kenji's mind, you just hear,
Not a fucking word about that.
Just worried about what?
And goes, I've been here for 4.5 months at this point.
okay.
Apparently not long enough to realize it's not the window.
He's blind.
Okay, but he can see drip.
Yes,
Apparently.
he's got fashion sense. There's the fucking pun. There it is.
Who needs divine sense when you get fashion sense? He. It seems that those who have lasted around 8 months go missing. I only know this because I have kept strict writing about it.
Okay.
Since we have arrived, and I can only assume we, being me and Miss Shern, simply because she bears armor I made. There have been about 40 people who have gone, and who knows how many before.
Okay. This is interesting. There is absolutely something wrong here, but I don't know what it is.
What brings you here?
We were sent here from or by Gorthadak to investigate the repeated disappearance of adventurers, and in particular, 2 adventurers that he sent in with great confidence. One being one in ornate armor, the other a large, fluffy lady. And I
Fluffy,
believe
pretty
we
lady.
found.
He looks to his armor and goes, "What? It's better than ornate."
Bring that up with Gorfadak.
We won't get into his outfit choice. The only reason I know of him is from a journal I can presume is before I came here. With there being disappearances, I felt it prudent to keep track and a log of thoughts and ideas on the road.
Alright. That's fair. Something interesting happened before we came here, like shortly before. I grabbed one of my rocks and I started marking X's on trees every 15 feet or so. And before I realized, I want to say every tree within a 30-foot radius of me had X's on it. And it felt like I was there for the very first time. And then the Wendigo, my apologies, the Guardians showed up and led us here. Something isn't right. And I know I keep repeating this, but I need to basically sanity check myself on that. Because this place is wrong. I met a man named Matthew. He'd never knew me before. Didn't even know what Banana Bread is, and that's the greatest travesty of this entire thing. But he didn't remember me. He didn't remember Banana Bread. He did not remember Tylik, which was a mutual friend how I met him in the first place. And I'd like to believe I'm very difficult to forget for various reasons. But I need to get to the bottom of this.
I'd like both of you to make Arcana checks. Either one with advantage, or one, or both at the same
Am
time.
I smart?
Mine
No.
would just be a +1.
That's
But-
better than me.
Yeah, so I guess
Have advantage, my dearest friend.
think Arcana with advantage. That's a 19.
19. As they're having this conversation, and immediately Ian Koth goes, "People lost in the forest. We've referred to as the wandering. Of them being lost and the Guardians finding them. I personally do not trust these Guardians and believe them to be shepherds to our doom."
That's not good with the sheep person.
And as you're thinking about this, Kenshi, you know of magic. You know of creatures, of monstrosities. Maybe not to the level of this, but people losing memory, people forgetting, people disappearing. The closest that this sounds like is some sort of curse. It feels like a curse. You're not sure how, you're not sure why, but somehow this feels the description, the reasoning, the fact it's affecting so many people, and all the effects are identical. There is a powerful curse that must be coming from somewhere and rooting in these people. And that curse is overtaking this forest. Which explains the twisting trees grown wrong. Not only are the people forgetting, the plant life is forgetting. Trees are growing wrong with the leaf bundles at the bottom. Flowers having their bloom in the middle of the stalk. Bushes having branches growing out of leaves. Boulders rolling up the mountain. The very landscape itself is forgetting.
Like after it's like after he completes his thought or his statement, fuck, what was his name again?
Eon Koth.
Eon Koth, thank you. After Eon Koth is finished with the statement, Kenshi kind of looks down, thinking for a minute, and then finally looks back up and says, "I know I may not be very versed in magic. Certainly a very minor thing from where I originally come from, but something about everything that I have seen, from what I have heard, this to me sounds like a curse. A kind of very powerful curse that someone or something put on this land. So powerful that it affects the very nature of the woods. But that, and what I do know, from my very limited knowledge of magic, curses can be lifted.
Eon Koth sits for a moment. I can look at the spell list. Does Eon Koth have Remove Curse available in his spell sheet?
Hmm? Hmm?
No idea. No.
Nope.
Okay. He looks at you and goes, "Do you know of ones who can remove something like this? Break the very curse that you describe?"
We may have someone in our party who could.
Take
I
me
do-
to them now. I wish to be free from the shackles of unknowing. I wish to have the mind that I knew back.
Very well. Follow me, please. He will start walking out the door towards the house where Kent is.
He follows directly behind you. And as you guys are leading him, like, you guys can see other villagers looking and, like, kind of whispering, being like, "What's Yungath with the new people? What is Yungath doing? What is Yungath doing?" You see, like, Basil, with all the kids and sees him and is, like, confused why you're leading him away from his house. And there seems to be, like, a slight bit of concern in her face. And she definitely clocks you, Kenshi. And you... But as you make your way to...
Fucking.
Come on, Basil, you
just
have to be more subtle than that, okay?
It's just the fucking... But you eventually make your way to the house where there is a fine smell coming from the center house where meals are being made.
Yum. But yeah, lead him up to the house where
The
Kent
house to
is.
the right of the good smells.
Oh, thank you.
Well, has Kent left the house and gone to the food, or is Kent still in the house?
Well, I was to say that's where I would know Kent to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kent would still be there.
All right, you enter. You watch Ian Kath, this very imposing figure, walk in, and then you like kind of move, and your clothes rustle, and he locks onto you, and
The lock.
and immediately steps directly across from you and goes, "Do you have the ability to remove an ailment of the soul and body? Remove a curse that has sown itself deep within the mind?"
Who
Ian Koth
who
is.
is who
This
is
I apologize for kind of barging in here. This is Eon Kath. He is a local chef. I still don't quite know your position, but
Skeptic.
that's fair. Currently, he is also trying to figure out what the. I closed the door. What the fuck is happening? They believe it to be a curse, an affliction, an ailment of the soul, and Kenshi said he knows somebody who could possibly remove it, and here we are. And also, I apologize for his very abrupt nature.
Okay. To answer your question though, yes, I do. I do know of the spell. And I can use it if I had it equipped.
Yeah, yeah. It's not.
Uh-huh.
It's a spell she clerics can do, but you got to prepare it at the beginning of the day.
I won't be able to use it now, but I'll be able to use it tomorrow.
Good. Bring it to me tomorrow. I will bring another that I will ask you to use it on. And he goes to step towards the door, and he goes, "And just be careful. What you may wake up to be tomorrow may not be the day after the current one." And he steps out of the building. And you see as he walks, there's like almost an air of relief. Like there's just been tension building in him, and with this answer to a question that he had no idea how to solve, there's just an air of relief and relaxation almost.
Okay. So I assume you guys learned more about what's happening here.
A little bit.
Well,
Uh,
from what I understand of my limited knowledge of magic, this to me, based off of the effects that everyone is experiencing and how it affects the land, this to me feels like a curse. A very, very powerful curse. But curses can be lifted. And, well, pardon, but I assumed you would know how to lift a curse. But thankfully, my assumption was correct. Yes?
Yeah, it was a good guess. Well,
So,
I know
it seems like
yeah.
it seems like you might be saving a village.
Well, the strong has to help those that can't help themselves. Well, I know they seem to be cooking something nice over there. If we want to go join them. I am starting to get a little hungry.
Sounds like a pleasant idea.
You go over to have your meal, and if there's anything you guys would like to say during the meal, you can.
What time is it right now?
Right now, it's about noon.
It's about noon. Okay. So before we go to sleep on the first night, I was gonna.
Well, actually, no,
my
it'd probably be more about like 4 or 5.
Okay. Before Maeve goes to sleep, and this is going to be a given moving forward, I'm going to take my trusty dusty rock and I'm going to put a notch on the wall. Just a single tally.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, unless anybody wants any other conversations in the meantime, everybody beds down. Yes.
So, I know you said there's fog in this area,
Yes.
but it's mainly hanging low to the ground,
Correct.
mostly. At night, could I still see the stars?
You look up and you see the stars glistening in the night, and there is no light pollution.
Hmm.
And so you can see clearly other planets nearby. planets off in the distance making these stars.
On a similar note to what Maeve is doing, Kenshi is going to, like, not in great detail, but in somewhat simple detail, chart down on some paper where in the sky, looking to the north, like the major stars in their positions.
All right. Anything else from anybody? With that, everybody beds down for the night.
I think
And I would like
Kent
everybody to
also
make...
writes down like what has happened today, just in case.
All right.
Because of what
Everybody
the
make a
cryptic
wisdom
thing
saving
he
throw.
said.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
15.
God. Okay.
Oof.
Damn, you rolled a 5.
I sure did.
Okay, that's better. Finally.
I
Question:
got
do I get my luck rolls back?
15.
Every time you take a long rest, you get them back.
Yes. Do I get a long rest?
If you used all your long rest...
I used the luck roll last time I did a wisdom saving throw. We just took a long rest. Would I still have 2?
Sure.
Okay.
And I'll say at the end, then it's your... Then you would regain them at the end once I say you obtained the long rest. But did anybody get above a 20?
No.
Doesn't look like it.
I got a 15.
I'd like everybody to roll a d6.
Ooh.
5.
A D6, you say?
Do
me.
not fuck
1.
me. That's a 6.
What'd you say, Austin?
I got a 1.
I got a 2.
All right. So it was a 5, 1, a 1, a 6, and a 2.
And a 2.
Right? You all wake up. And Maeve, you see, as you get up and make your mark, there is 15 total marks on the wall. As you now draw, you made the mark on the day that you went to sleep.
Yeah.
To signify the first day. And you made a mark when you... Are you just making them when you go to sleep?
When, like, per day, like, if I wake up, if I forget when I wake up,
Okay.
when I go to sleep. Well, no, I'd have to do a regimented every day before I go to bed.
Every day. So you wake up to 15 total marks.
Awesome.
Who's sleeping in what
and-
houses?
Yeah, who is sleeping what? There's 2 beds to each house.
I'm assuming Kenshi's living alone in his
Yeah,
house.
I'll bunk with Ken/Nox.
Nice.
Which leaves Thieving Human and Tabaxi.
The dynamic
Nice.
duo.
Yes.
The Bard and the
Dynamic
Rogue.
duo.
Why is it anytime anyone gets in trouble, it's always you two?
You know, you look.
I
You know,
haven't
I know.
done
I know
shit.
you're.
It's always
I know you. I know we just met, but you seem very, very familiar. I can't quite describe it.
But you all wake up rested with the effects of a long rest.
Very
And-
apparently.
You... Kenshi... It's at this point that you get the sense that you did more than your brain is letting on. You're getting flashes of helping around the town, building another house, welcoming a new friend to the village, voting for mayor, and voting a man in blonde hair and a tattoo across the neck.
Hmm.
And then you remember voting for mayor again. And you remember helping more people. And then you remember now. You're back. Memory was slipped, taken.
Hmm.
And as we sit with everybody in their beds, fresh morning realizations, we will end the session here.
Oof. Oh my god.
Holy moly. Holy moly.
Holy moly.
Holy moly.
Oh my god. I need to write this shit down right now.
By the way, one quick question, Trent. Is your backstory a fucking One Piece reference?
Really?
Oh my fucking god.
I didn't think about it until
Ask?
I didn't think about it until you said you were on a ship doing crazy shit, and then the storm hit, and I'm like,
Oh my god.
wait a minute.
It's
Is
not
that a
directly-
motherfucking One Piece
it's
reference?
not directly a One Piece reference, and I have Maeve just doing a bunch of crazy shit, like 'cause,
Okay.
I'm 132 years old. I've been around the block, and someone as free spirited as me just kind of does shit. So, I did sail on Goldie Rogers' ship at some point.
Oh
Not
my
Gold Roger, I'll have
God.
you know, it's Gold D Roger. That is important. I also
Well, I thought it was
sailed-
the Goldie was important and Goldie was the unimportant.
No, okay, so everyone thinks his name was Gold Roger, and that's what the government tries to push. But his actual name is Gold, middle initial D, Roger, because the middle initial of D is very important to the plot. Like we just got told how important it is in chapter 1126.
My god.
Yeah. It was always vaguely hinted at, and then we kind of got a bit of a lore dump. Not all of it, but a bit of a lore dump. But I also sailed on the Fanged Maw under Captain Tiberos, which is a 40K reference. Tiberos
the goat. I fucking
also,
love Kairos.
by the way, Austin, I totally noticed you mute your mic and burp. You can't hide it.
Hey, it was a good one.
So, what did
Didn't
you
wanna
think
be
of
rude.
what did you think of the session?
This
That was
was
good.
good. This
He's
was a
good.
good one.
It's a good one.
I liked this one. This one was good.
I'm glad.
I'm very.
I
in
can't
it.
wait for the next
I'm
session.
in it.
I thought I did all right.
Yeah. It's going great.
I still loved your reaction the moment I said
The
red ball.
I
It
can't
was
fucking believe
gold. It
that.
was platinum. It was
Platinum.
beautiful.
You guys don't understand. You guys don't understand.
I understand.
You understand, and Jacob understands. You don't
That's why
understand.
I was fucking losing it in the corner, dude.
That's why That's why I asked for the D5, because whichever number you rolled in the order that she had it listed, that would choose which child it was.
Oh my
Beautiful.
god.
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
Also, something that is going to incredibly fly under the radar to an insane degree is there's on his apron is a set of koi, and on his cape for his armor is also a set of koi, and it's based off of the constructed language of Sevu, which is one of my favorite made-up languages ever. No, that's the key. Give me the original fucking post about it. Give me the original post. Boy, fish, language.
Sorry, let me just do something.
This
real
is a
quick.
sentence.
Yo, that's cool. Koi fish come
if I were left behind, would you come for me? This is this is a full sentence.
Damn.
That's sick as fuck.
Dude, yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I've been going back and forth on genuinely learning this just so I can put imagery and shit everywhere. And then I'll have people staring at fucking in like a D&D game where I run people. I'm gonna be like, "There's koi in the paintings," and they go,
What is it? What is it? Fucking what is it?
I'll be like, "It's nothing." And they're
Like
like,
you're lying.
Boy.
No, you.
There's koi in the beginning. Wow.
"Here is the way to write everything." Perfect base continuous, active,
Whoa.
stative, oblique, near future, past, present, remote past. It's awesome. I fucking love this language.
That's crazy.
That's
oh my
cool.
god. Whoa.
Well.
Time for
Jumping
me
jacks.
to hop off here.
I'm gonna go fuck
Yes.
to sleep because I work in 5 hours.
Oh my god.
No, you
Get off and then do
don't.
jumping
Yeah, I
jacks.
do. My bad. Not 5 hours. 5.5.
I wanted to make sure that it didn't end
My bad.
past 12, but I wanted to at least get
Fair
at
enough.
some point of a cliffhanger.
Fair enough.
Yes, that was,
Okay.
I think that's a good one. I think that's good. This will be fun. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
Kenji's
excited for the
reaction.
next one.
Also, beer.
Kenji,
With all the knowledge
Nope.
that I, the player, have,
There we
am
go.
I doing a good job as a character? I need to know this.
I'd say you're doing pretty good.
Okay.
What would you rate my performance of Ionkath? I
7
know
out
it's
of 10.
not. Yeah,
My
I know
bad.
it's not perfect.
5 out of 7. That's my favorite.
but,
A 5 out of 7.
no. I hate
That's
that
a
you
that's
say
a
that
deep
fucking-
cut
that
for
is a
people who
deep-
know.
That is a deep
I
cut
don't
reference.
understand.
Holy fuck. You
So
That's
there's
incredible.
I forget what the original fucking context was, but this one guy rated something a 5 out of 7, and then my beloved Imgur community was just like, anything good, 5 out of 7.
5 out of 7.
Yeah, like
Oh
my
my God.
idea is the reason he's being more intense and a little bit more combative is because he spent his life in his mind and he is feeling
Yes.
things go away and he is not very happy
is-
about it.
It is. I'm mad that I don't get to use this analogy that I've had in my back pocket for the longest time. It's walking into your childhood home and seeing a wall where you know there was a door.
Mm-hmm.
That is a
Mhm.
good one.
Yes,
very
it's
good.
such a good one, but I've never been able to fucking use it.
Austin,
Anyways,
you were gonna
good
say
night.
something,
Yes.
Austin?
Good night.
Austin was gonna
But yeah,
say
but-
something.
But yeah, no. What I was gonna say is
Ah.
Kenchi's reaction to Basil is pretty much my IRL reaction to seeing art of Basil for the first time. I was like, wood. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Bye,
Good
stream.
night. Say bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream. Don't
Jumping jacks, by the way. Did you do your jumping jacks?
I'll do them. Don't you worry. Okay, I'm gonna do them after we finish up here. So, thank you everybody so much for joining us for the recipe. Fuck you. Okay. Well, I'll be doing jumping jacks and sit-ups after I finish this. All right, everyone have a great day. I will be ending off here, and I'm gonna be doing some jumping jacks and sit-ups. But yeah, I shall see you guys later. Have a good night. Bye bye. Bye bye.